Making money is a lot easier than many of you think. And by the end of today's video, you would understand why I said so. Now, I get it, the money is not everything, but I'm sure that you and I can both agree that money makes this world go round. If you're leaving, you need money. You need money for accommodation. You need money for feeding. You need money for clothing. You need money for healthcare. You need money for education. You need money for transportation, and the list goes on and on and on. Now, we may not need lots of money, but we need money to be able to afford the basic amenities in this life. And so it's very important that you have the ability to make yourself money. Also, another reason why you want to think about making money is because currently, as at today, 47% of the world population is in poverty, which means that you have millions of individuals who cannot afford a 3-square meal. Guess what? When you make money, you'd contribute to reducing that number because you'll be able to help yourself. You'll be able to help your family. You'll be able to help your community, your neighborhood. And if possible, you might be able to help your country, and you will reduce that number. So it's important that you make money, that you know how to make money so that you can help reduce the world population going through poverty. And I'm sure that even besides that, you probably need money because there are 1,001 things that you probably can do if you had enough. And today's video is going to show you the 5 steps that would help you make money starting from today. Now, before I talk about how to make money, I'd like us to understand what money actually is, because I believe that you understanding what money is actually helps you know how to make that money. So what is money? Money is a commodity that is used as a means of economic exchange. What does that mean? It means that money is exchanged when value is given, as simple as that. So if you want to make money, there's one thing you need to know. You've got to give value, because whenever you give value, you're able to exchange that in return for money. So if you're looking to make money, guess what? You've got to provide value. Now, the good thing is that so many things are valuable to a lot of people. So if you're looking to make money, all you have to do is figure out what type of value you want to provide to a certain segment of people. And that way, in exchange for that value that you give, you are going to earn money. That is as simple as it gets. When you have this understanding, you will be able to make money on a daily basis for yourself. Using myself as an example, I am an agile coach. Now, as an agile coach, I provide agile services to organizations who want to structure their way of working and structure their products in such a way that they are able to deliver the right product and services to their target audience while reducing waste. That is the value that I provide to this organization. Now, in exchange for that value that I provide, guess what? I get paid. Now, there is one thing you need to understand, that the higher the value is, the higher the money you get to make. That's how it works. So when you provide value that is high to that target audience, guess what? They will pay you high returns for that value. So how much you want to make is actually all up to you. If you want to make basic money, then provide basic value. If you want to earn a lot of money, then guess what? You're going to have to provide a whole lot of value. Now, my value is the ability for this organizations that I work or consult for to be able to achieve their objective. Now, when you see money from this perspective, it helps you have a better understanding of what you need to do in order for you to be able to earn money. Now, another example I like to share is this. I have a lady who cleans my house, right? And cleaning my house is valuable to me because I don't have that time to clean my house. And so this lady provides me value by cleaning my house on a regular basis. And in return or in exchange, I give her money. So that's how she makes money. And she cleans the homes of everyone on my street. So guess what? She's making money from every house in my neighborhood. And that's what she does for a full-time job. And she's able to send her kids to school because she's making so much money from it. Now, you may say that cleaning is basic, but guess what? She is not cleaning for basic people. She's cleaning for wealthy individuals. So guess what? She gets to charge us more because we value our time more. And so she knows that if she's able to save us that time by cleaning our homes, we will pay her much more in exchange for it. And that's how she makes her own money, because she is giving us value. And based on how we see that value, we pay her in return for it. There are numerous services that you can provide to people, and there are people out there who are willing, they have the money to pay you in return for it. So now the question is, how then do you make money? The first step is for you to determine the value that you want to provide to people in your community, to people in your area, to people in your country, or even to people online. We're now in a global space, and it's possible for you to provide services to people across the globe. So determine the value you want to create. And that value can range from 1,001 things that you can provide. So figure out the things that you like to do, or if you have no idea about the things that you like to do, start by researching. I always say that if you don't know what to do, start by reading. Go online. Who are the people that you admire? What kind of life do you want to live? All of those things can give you pointers into what you need to be doing. Using myself as another example, I love to speak. And so I knew early enough that whatever career path I wanted to choose or anything I wanted to do, I would like it to involve talking, teaching, coaching, passing across information, because those are the things that I love to do. And because I knew that that's what I wanted, I decided to find things that were aligned to the things that I wanted. And based on the type of amount that I was looking for, I decided to research the things that could give me the kind of money that I wanted. Now, even if you have big dreams, you have to start from somewhere, right? So it doesn't mean that you may start from where you're going to end up today, right? I've done different types of jobs, and now I'm somewhere that I love and not necessarily where I used to be back in the day. So it's possible for you to get started somewhat today and gradually move up that ladder up until when you get to where you want to go to. But it starts with you discovering the value that you want to provide to people around you. So once you figured out what that value is, the next step will be for you to determine how big of an audience exists in that bucket, right? So let's assume that I want to be a Scrum Master, or I want to be an Agile coach. Or let's even not assume, let's go back to, back in the day when I was trying to become a Scrum Master. One of the things that I did was to research, what the Scrum Master role was all about and who needed this service. And so I discovered that many organizations were trying to become agile. So virtually almost every organization was looking for a Scrum Master because they needed people that had that skill set to actually help them become agile in their ways of working. So there was high demand for my skill set. And so that's the next thing that you want to find out. Once you discover the value you want to give, which is step one, step two is to discover how big that audience is, right? My first step was, what value do I want to give? I want to be able to help organizations achieve their objectives. There are a zillion ways you can do that. And so I uncovered the skill set called project management, and I uncovered a skill set as a subset that is called agile. So I went for that skill set and I learned about that skill set, right? And so before I actually even started learning and went deep into it, I went into my second step, which was to uncover how big that audience was. And once I discovered that that audience was big, then I knew that it was time for me to dive deeper and understand all things agile, because I needed to be good in this skill set so that I can sell it to organizations who are looking for Scrum Masters who can help their organizations mature, who can help their organizations build the right product and services, and who can help their organizations reduce their waste while maximizing their profit, right? So step one, I figured out the value. Step two, I uncovered how big my audience is. And now your step two is very important, because you don't want to go learn a skill set that you don't have a high demand for. You don't want to waste your time learning a skill set that you can't even find a market for. It becomes a waste of time, because what purpose does it serve if I know how to do something very well, but nobody wants it, or everybody knows how to get it, and so they don't have a need for me? It's going to be a waste of time. And so that's why it's extremely important that you do the due diligence to discover what type of market, what type of audience exists, and how big that market is and how big that audience is. Now, the step three is for you to now learn how to perfect that skill set that will be required in order for you to provide that value, right? So in case this is a skill set that you don't know, you would have to go learn it. And you're going to have to spend time dedicating to understanding that skill, knowing how to work that skill, knowing how to deliver that value in such a way that you will be the best in the game. You have to dedicate that time. So it might take you a few months, a few weeks, depending on the skill set that you choose, but you have to be good enough at that skill set. Why? Because you're not going to be the only person who knows that skill set. There will be multiple people that will be competing for that job, or multiple people competing for that contract or that gig. And if you're not good enough, guess what? You're not going to get that gig. So you want to make sure that it's one thing for you to know the skill set. It's another thing for you to be extremely good in that skill set, so that when that opportunity comes, you're able to sell yourself in such a way that you will get that gig and you will start making money. So being exceptional is very crucial if you want to make money. You can't be mediocre and you want to make money. It doesn't work. So you have to dedicate your time, dedicate your energy, and be good at what you are learning. All right. Now, once you're done learning, and I know that it never ends, but let's assume that you've gotten to a stage where you are confident enough, you know about that skill set, you know how to deliver that value. It's time for you to start advertising yourself to your target audience. If you do not advertise, nobody's going to know that you have that skill set. Nobody's going to know that you can do that skill set and you can deliver that value, and nobody's going to know. And if nobody knows, guess what? You are not going to make money. So you have to advertise yourself. Now, these steps that I'm sharing, they work whether you're trying to get yourself a job or whether you're trying to be self-employed and run your own thing. You still need this 5-step process in order for you to make money. You're still going to have to uncover what value you want to give to an audience, whether that audience is another individual or whether that audience is an organization, in terms of you trying to get yourself a job. All right. You're going to still need to do the research to understand, are organizations looking for this skill set? Will I be able to get myself a job? If you're trying to be self-employed, you're going to have to figure out whether there's a market for it. Are there people who need this value that I'm trying to create? The third step is you getting good in that skill and knowing how to provide that value. Whether you're trying to be self-employed, whether you're trying to look for a job, you're still going to need to be good in that thing. You're going to need to be exceptional in providing that value. Now, the first step is for you to advertise yourself. Now, if you're looking for a job, you're still going to have to let people know that you're looking for a job. So you're going to have to advertise regardless, right? You're going to have to apply to those job boards, update your LinkedIn profile, look for recruiters, network with people so people know that I have the skill set, I can provide this service, give me that opportunity. If you're trying to be self-employed, you're going to have to do the same thing. You're going to have to sell your services, to people. You're going to advertise. You're going to probably run ads. If possible, if you don't have ads, you're probably going to have to create content on social media, off social media, so that people know that you have this service, you have this value that you can provide for them. Now, going back to the example of the lady who cleans my home, let me tell you what she did. She came to my neighborhood and went door to door to drop a card, letting me know that I offer this service. I can help you clean your home on a monthly basis, on a bi-weekly basis, on a daily basis. However you want it, I can help you clean your home in exchange for money, right? And so that is a way of our advertising our services. If she never came to my door, I never will know that there is this lady that can clean my house. So you've got to advertise yourself regardless, whether you're trying to be an entrepreneur or whether you're trying to find yourself a job. And now the fifth step is never giving up until you find what you want. Now, many times people are going to do step 1 to 4 and they're going to try step 4 a few times and it doesn't work out and they will give up, like, oh, it's not working out, let me go try out another skill. And then they go back to step 1. It's a waste of time for you because you're going to get frustrated along the line. You are not investing the time in pushing yourself until you get what you want. If you believe that you have studied the right skill set, you've invested in that right skill set, and you know how valuable that skill is, right? Don't go and reinvent the wheel. Just stay focused and keep pushing by advertising your services until you get what you want. And that's how you start to make money. It's as simple as this 5-step process. And like I said, whether you're trying to secure yourself a job, whether you're trying to become an entrepreneur, this 5 steps still work for you. Now, can we all agree that making money is much easier than we think? And if you believe that making money is not difficult, guess what? You will find the way to make that money, and that money will come to you. You deserve to be comfortable. You deserve to be able to afford the basic amenities of life and even the luxuries of life if that is your desire. And nothing should stop you after today, because right now, you know the 5 steps that you need to start making money starting today. Now, something else I like to quickly say before I bring this video to an end is when you are deciding the value that you want to give, it really matters that you focus on delivering value that matters. It's not all value that matters. It's not all value that is equal. Some value would definitely bring in more money than others. So you want to decide and determine how much money you're looking to make. And based on that, go find the value that you want to deliver that will help you to earn that money. And the more value you're able to deliver, the more money you're going to be able to make. And one thing I like to share is for you to understand the 2 types of knowledge that exist today. We have the concept of specialized knowledge, and we have the concept of general knowledge. General knowledge is knowledge that everybody knows. There is no big deal about it. Anybody can do it. And so it doesn't require any special skill from you, which means that at this point, a machine can probably do it. If you waste your time trying to get general knowledge, guess what? You're going to get general pay. But if you invest your time in getting specialized knowledge so that you're able to get specialized skill set and provide specialized value to people, that is how you get to make money. So make sure that you spend time on step 1, understanding the skill set that is required, understanding the value that you want to provide, and understanding the amounts that that value can bring in exchange for you. I hope that in a short while, you will be able to share your stories of how you started making money. And don't forget to send me my commission. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share with your friends. Thank you so much. And I'll catch you in my next video. Bye for now.